This is the Roccat Ryos MK Glow with Cherry MX Browns. It's not really available anymore, but with the upcoming release of the Roccat MK FX, which is the RGB version of this with some extras, I thought it'd be a good time to review it to get an idea of Roccat boards. I'd say the outstanding feature on these boards is the Easy Shift. For those that don't know, Easy Shift is basically holding down a key and then changing all the other keys to any function you want. So it essentially doubles the amount of commands that you have at your fingertips. On the board, by default, Caps Lock is actually the way to activate Easy Shift. And it is a good place, I get that. But you have these 3 thumb buttons down here, so when your hand is on space you can easily reach them. So I've just put Easy Shift on this one. So now, when I go Easy Shift Custom Command 1, it'll open the File Explorer. If I release Easy Shift, it'll open Calculator. All of these keys, including the letters, can be changed via Easy Shift in the software. And according to the website, it has 2 meg of memory, so it can hold all of your settings as well. And if you've watched my other videos, you know that I actually bought a keyboard that has 18 extra keys on it for this exact reason. If I just have Easy Shift, then I can just hold it down and open all those without having a whole other section on the keyboard. But it's nice to have the 5 extra custom commands anyway. Now I'm all about these thumb buttons. Very cool idea, love it. However, the materials they used, I'm wearing a microphone on my shirt and I'm sure you can hear that loud and clear. These are really plasticky and they feel terrible. I hope in the new version they've actually made some nice rubber coated buttons or something, because with such a good feature, it is such a letdown to have those feeling that bad. In fact, the entire keyboard feels very plasticky. The only really redeeming feature is the keys. In fact, they feel better than most other boards. Very soft, very gentle. There could be reasons for it, I'm not 100% on them just yet, but they do feel amazing. Love typing on this board. One of the viewers, called Sir Church, said that it's actually to do with the mounting of the key switches. That's why these feel so much better than the other boards. But anyway, everything else feels quite cheap and plasticky. Hear that sound? It's not that great. But I will say that it's not super cheap plastic either. When you have your hands on the wrist rest here, it actually does feel good. I would prefer a rubber coat. However, while I've been typing on this, I've been very comfortable. I'd just like to see in the future something a bit better for us, and maybe a removable wrist rest as well. And I guess that's one way of actually choosing a board. If you want the best software, Roccat's probably up there. I don't know how they're going to do with the RGB board, but we'll soon find out. But if you want a board that has all the nice aluminium finish and various extras like media keys, this board probably isn't for you. However, functionality wise, so how practical it is, this is one of the best boards I've ever used. By the way, you'll see number lock, caps lock and scroll lock over here. That's caps lock on, but you notice when I hold down the Easy Shift button, that'll start flashing, so you know what mode it is in. Moving on, we have a cable management system all over the board. It has rubber padded feet, no stands on the front, just on the back, but you do have these rubber feet up here too. Now, this has nothing to do with the Roccat in particular, but I wanted to point this out for anyone searching for a new keyboard and deciding between mechanical and just the membrane. One of the advantages of having a mechanical keyboard is the ghosting problem. So here's my old membrane keyboard. Going to hold down some keys. So F, I'm trying to hit G, nothing comes up. There's J, K, L, no, I can't hit L. Why? Because it's maximum 6 keys held down at any time. A problem that would be more likely to happen in game is if you hold down Q and R and then try to press F or A. Notice it doesn't work, I'll hit S, that works, D, F, G, oh G doesn't work either, H. So if you hold down certain keys, it won't let you tap others. Now let's try the same test on a mechanical. Q and R, F, A, in fact let's just hold down a lot. This is the advantage of mechanical keys. You can press all the keys down, it won't miss. Now let's take a look at the software. So configure caps lock key, you can set it to the Easy Shift mode, or just standard, which is caps lock. There are 6 brightness levels for the LEDs, which go really bright. Even on the second highest setting, it's almost too bright to look at. I'd probably put it on maybe 4th. And another cool little feature, if you don't use the keyboard for say 20 minutes, you can set the illumination down to 20% or off, or whatever you like. In the key function assignment, you have the primary key function And the secondary is of course the easy shift. There are a lot of macro and preset functions for all the different games, and of course you can create your own macros. So the strong points: high quality keys, they feel amazing to type on, the extra buttons on the thumb and the custom keys over here, obviously the easy shift functionality along with the detailed software, but I'll reserve judgment until I see an RGB board by them, and it's a pretty good looking board too. The cons are how plasticky these keys feel, how plasticky the entire board around here feels, and it doesn't have the detachable wrist rest. Other than that, I really enjoy using it. It's a great gaming keyboard. I'm not sure if the new Ryos is going to have the features that I want, but I'll still be interested to check it out because it is their first RGB board. By the way, this being the MK Glow, it doesn't actually have the extra USB ports or the headphone jack or microphone jack. For that you'd need the Pro version, and I believe the new one is also going to have that too. And I wouldn't mind some dedicated MIDI keys either. Anyway, that's my review of the Roccat Ryos MK Glow. I hope that's helped, and see if you want to check out the new RGB version coming out in February. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.